Okay, welcome to Monte's Madness. What's the word, nerd? The word is S-video cable. I'm going to attempt to make an S-video cable for the Commodore 64. Right now, I've soldered the ground together. You can see the little ground fork there from the video and the audio cables. And I've added a resistor onto the chroma line, and now I'm going to attempt to connect all those to that little guy. I put them in the piece of wood because those pins always move, and trying to keep them from sliding when I heat that up. Anyhow, here goes. If anyone's ever worked with these DIN connectors, they're extremely difficult. So here we go. Like I said, extremely difficult. See if that stays now. It's just not sticking. Let me try a little flux. As you can see, my soldering skills are not that great, but I'm gonna keep trying. And there goes the pin. Oh well. Well, I will fix this and I'll get back to you. Okay. What I forgot to tell you before is exactly what I'm doing for each of to make this Commodore 64 S-video cable. So what you're looking at now is a S-video cable pinout, front facing. If you look directly at the S-video cable, and you have pin 1 is ground for your luma, pin 2 is ground for your chroma. The chroma is the color and the luma is the brightness. And you got pin 3, which is your luma, and pin 4 is your chroma. So when you cut the end off the S-video cable, you're going to connect it to the 8-pin DIN connector. Now what we're going to do is you're going to combine that with audio cable. This is any one of the audio cable, the one with the red and the white ends. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the pin 1, and now this 8-pin DIN connector is looking at it from the soldering side, from the back side. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the Luma and you're going to connect it to pin 1 right here. Then you're going to take the chroma and you're going to add a 330 ohm resistor to the line, and then you're going to solder it to pin 6. And then we're going to twist the feed, the main cable from the audio, the left and right channels, and we're going to connect it to the audio out. Commodore 64 is only a mono sound, but if you twist them both together and connect it to pin 3, you can at least plug it into 2 different speakers. Then we are going to take the ground from the audio cables. We're going to twist those together. We're going to combine them from the ground from the video cables. We're going to twist those together, and we're going to solder that all together. And then we're going to get a piece of metal. We're going to make a little fork. We're going to bend it and you're going to solder the grounds to the middle of the bend, and then you're going to put each end of the fork, one into 5 and one into 2. 2 is the ground, 5 is the audio in. I think you can hook a jack up to it and connect it to a keyboard or some type of musical device. I don't know, I've never done it. But people say to ground out that audio in because it causes causes noise on the line. So if you ground it out, it reduces the noise to a minimal. So that's what I'm going to show you in the next video, the completed cable that I soldered together. Okay, I'm back. After much frustration and different attempts, I finally have it soldered. It's not pretty, but it's the right pinout. Just so you know, looking from that way, that's the top there where the little cutout is, and then nothing on pin 7, and then there's this pin 1 has the Luma connection. Pin 6 in the middle has the chroma, and you have to put a 330 amp resistor, ohm resistor. Then you have pin 3, which is the both audios that I twisted together, soldered on the pin 3. And then pin 5 and pin 2 was tricky. It's ground. I don't know if you can see that, but it's ground. So you ground the audio in, so you reduce the hiss on the cable. And now let's put it all together. Gonna make sure it fits in. Feels like it's in. Looks like it's in. Of course, this little rubber thing here has to slide forward, but it doesn't want to move. You gotta have a lot of patience when dealing with soldering and putting these things back together. It's not the easiest thing, but in the end, hopefully you'll have a video and audio, S-video cable. There you have it. What I did is took a audio red and white cable. I don't know. I cut the ends off. Cut the end off the S-video. Made this end, and then kind of heat shrunk it at different lengths to keep the wires together, and then you have this end. So hopefully, if everything works well, I'll have a decent video for my Commodore 64. Thanks for watching. This is Monte's Madness. Until next time.